Let me tell you, it works just as well as the expensive stuff. It is thin enough that it's not going to create a problem in your projects, and I mean, it's super tough. Hey guys, I want to share with you a super easy tip, another thrift store tip for getting your embroidery stabilizer. So this is the mesh stabilizer, the cutaway mesh stabilizer. It is great for so many things, especially our in the hoop projects. The zipper pouches, the quilt blocks, all kinds of things. And some of you might use it for clothing and other things too, because it's cutaway and it's super stable. But it is pricey. So my sister Liz, who is an embroidery queen, shared with me a tip she found, and she found a way to get embroidery stabilizer really similar to this that works just the same way at the thrift store. And where do you think she found it? She found it in the bedding section. She found it in bed skirts. So here is a new bed skirt that I found at the thrift store for $5. And the reason why it was $5 is because it was king size. Most of the time it's $3 or $4. So let me show you. I will just break it open. It's stuck together with masking tape. I can tell that it's new. I can tell that it has never been used because most people, let's be honest, never put on the bed skirt. So people buy a whole set of bedding and they just give the bed skirt to Goodwill. So look at all of this material that is the same thing as this, or pretty close. It's not exactly the same, and I'll talk to you about the only con that I found in a minute. So what I do is I just put it on my cutting board, and then I just cut away the fabric part of the bed skirt, saving as much of the stabilizer as I can. And when I am done with this, I am going to have a huge piece of embroidery stabilizer. Because this is the king size one, it's going to be like 90 by 90. So big. And then I have all of this stabilizer material that I can cut to the size that I need for my hoop. I have a couple of favorite hoops, and so what I'll do is I will cut these to the size that I need for my hoops. And then whenever I need an embroidery project that requires a cutaway stabilizer like this, cutaway mesh stabilizer, I'm ready to go because I already have it pre-cut to the size of my hoops. Now I did say that there was one con to using this. The only con that I found, and I learned the hard way, is that this cannot touch your iron. When I do the pieced quilt blocks on my embroidery machine, I like to press the seams open. And it's okay if you touch your iron a tiny bit to this kind of stabilizer. At least this particular brand, I can't remember the name of it, I bought it on eBay. The other brands of mesh stabilizer might be okay to touch with your iron, but you'll want to read the instructions and test it maybe first. But I found that if I touched my iron to this, even the tiniest bit, it melted and created a huge mess. Now, that's not the end of the world. This is my favorite product for cleaning my iron. It's called Faultless Iron Cleaner, and you use it while your iron is hot. You just use a tiny bit of this paste to clean your iron while it's hot, and it works wonders. So my iron wasn't ruined. I was fine, but that's one thing you need to remember if you use this stabilizer. Let me tell you, it works just as well as the expensive stuff. It is thin enough that it's not going to create a problem in your projects, and I mean, it's super tough. Look at this. It's going to provide the same amount of stabilization that the more expensive stuff did. You just need to be really careful with your iron. Thanks so much to my sister Liz for sharing this awesome embroidery tip with me. You know, I also get a lot of purse handles from the thrift store, so I'll put a link to that video so you can see another great thing I find at the thrift store. Make sure you visit me on my blog, socanshe.com, and subscribe to my channel and like this video. Happy sewing and embroidering!